is a news show. Sup, Nation? Hope you're having an awesome Wednesday. My name is Philip DeFranco, and this is where I talk about newsy type stuff and things that matter to me today. And a quickie update before we jump into everything for the next 24 hours until they sell out. The license to carry small arm shirts are back, so link to that down below. So there's that, but let's jump into the first story of the day. And the first thing I want to talk about is this amazing footage that came from this Dropkick Murphys concert they had in New York City's Terminal 5. Because reportedly they're conducting an encore and a bunch of girls get past security, they get on stage. Which is a good time until a bunch of drunken guys also get on stage. And everyone's having a good time until they break into AC/DC's TNT. And to that moment, the bass player Ken Casey realized there is a skinhead Zieg Haling on the stage, and he didn't take too kindly to it since he smashes the guy's face in. Then from a different angle, we see him take his guitar off, hit him with it. This results in a huge pileup where you imagine the wannabe or the very real Nazi got his ass kicked. And he emerges from the pile with like a torn shirt, and he grabs the mic and says,
"Alright, Nazis are not fucking welcome at a Dropkick Murphys show."
And as much as I resist to not be like, yeah, violence, it's near impossible to feel bad for a Nazi. Like, you'd have to have a Nazi puppy. You'd be like, oh, Nazi puppy, I don't understand your decisions in life, but you're so cute. But otherwise, no, fuck that Nazi. Then in fantastic news for fellow GIF lovers, Google has made it so that when you image search, they added animated as a file type, and it makes finding these GIFs so much easier rather than going to Tumblr and typing something in and then going through just a bunch of terrible shit. Everything there at your fingertips. Plus, for me personally, it's a fantastic way to realize all the weird shit I've said throughout the years. My favorite still being unicorn times sandwich divided by 700 bees. This very masculine shoe no you don't gif. Bitch you crazy. And really just so many things. Also, in advance, I apologize for all the minutes, hours, and days that you have now wasted because of this new knowledge. Then for our sexy time news of the day, we have two things. First being Helen Flanagan, who is, many people have called her the next Kate Upton, which, is ridiculous because you can't call every busty blonde girl Kate Upton. That's another thing. Plus, Helen is British, which is always a positive. Like, that accent is always just, that's a good time. Like, say something dirty, but then all of a sudden say something dirty in a British accent. Actually, we should test this. So say something dirty regular.
Yeah, I want to lick you up and down.
Say it British accent.
I want to lick you up and down.
Do another one.
I want to touch you all night long. I want to touch you all night long.
Okay, last one.
You make me so horny.
Okay.
You make me so horny.
Better. It's just better. The main point, if you want to check out more of Miss Helen, link to the gallery of her and FHM down below. And then some sexy for the ladies / men lovers. John Hamm. Some ladies just like him because he's a very attractive, seemingly confident man. Others because of those pictures where his penis is outlined in his pants, because apparently he does not like to wear boxers, which apparently is actually a really big problem for AMC and Mad Men, because according to the New York Daily News, John Hamm was politely asked by a staffer to start wearing underwear because his penis outline was too distracting in scenes. It's being reported that this is a problem because this season takes place in the 60s, tight pants were a thing, and John Hamm's penis is a thing that the ladies in the office will not stop talking about. But oddly enough, this is not the first time John Hamm's penis has struck. The same source said that in previous promo shoots, they had to Photoshop his penis out of the shots because it took away from the entire thing. Personally, I believe this is sexist. No one is telling Christina Hendricks to put those boobs away. Yet the network persecutes a man because he has a penis. A penis that isn't afraid to take a stand on real issues like Gord's feeling really good when you don't have underwear on. And also probably other stuff. But the real question goes to the men lovers. How small is too small? How big is too big? And what are your likes and dislikes? You like chicken parm? I make a fantastic chicken parm. My girlfriend is going to punch me in the balls. And then easily one of the most requested stories on Twitter and Facebook was you guys wanted me to talk about this North Carolina church that said, hey, we're no longer doing marriages until it is legal for gay people to be married in our state. So breeders like myself cannot have heterosexual marriages at this church. That church is the Green Street United Methodist Church, which obviously there is a conflict because this announcement goes against the official laws and doctrines of the United Methodist Church, that being that they list homosexuality as a practice not compatible with Christian teaching. So we'll see what happens. In the meantime, the church is giving relationship blessings rather than actual weddings. So I'm not sure about the actual impact, but a lot of people were like, yeah, Phil, right? Faith in humanity restored. And I'm like, kinda. Here's the deal. I'm all for gay marriage. If my gay friends want to get gay married, fantastic. Be as miserable for the rest of your life as your hetero brethren. But I think all of this is going about it the wrong way. Why force churches that don't want to conduct these ceremonies to do them? Why can't we on a federal and or state level say, hey, when two human beings get married, they can do it? Gender, race, religion, that doesn't matter. Two human beings, obviously there is an age limit. I'm looking at you, Nambla. And then it goes to a church, a private organization that says, yeah, we want to do this kind of marriage, or this kind of marriage, or all marriages. So if the Green Street United Methodists wanted to marry two men or two women, fantastic. It's recognized by the state. If Joe Blow Methodist Church 2 miles down doesn't want to do it, hey, God bless you. Why would a couple that cannot get married there even want to go to that church? Because I know I would not want to go somewhere where I'm treated like a second-class citizen just because of the way I was born. It's all so stupid. Like, everyone everyone's going about it the wrong way. That's kind of just where my head's at about it. Then in sad news for me, but kind of hilarious news, because apparently Lululemon was the last to get the memo, many of their yoga pants are see-through. It's so sheer that you can see what's happening underneath. There are whole blogs dedicated to this fact, and Lululemon seems not so pleased and have decided to do something by recalling their Luon yoga pants. So if you want those yoga pants, they're not going to be a thing anymore. So if you were a fan, I'm sorry. Something beautiful in the world is being taken out today. But if they were a smart company, they should bring it back and just call it like Lululemon Secrets or Naughty Lululemon. Then in an update to the Steubenville rape case, it seems like it is not over because Malik Richmond's lawyer is saying they will be appealing this decision. Being as the previous defense strategy that the 16-year-old girl was too intoxicated for a rape to actually occur, that they are now claiming their client, the 16-year-old convicted rapist's brain was not developed enough, and because of that, he should not be on the sex offenders list for life. Saying, quote, "I don't believe that a person at 75 years old should have to explain for something they did at 16 when scientific evidence would support your brain isn't fully developed." So in the real world that we all exist in, a real lawyer is saying that his 16-year-old client's brain was not developed because he was 16, and because of that, he was not functional enough to determine whether he should or should not rape an unconscious 16-year-old girl. So we're all on the crazy train together, okay. Now, to be fair, neuroscience does say that in teenagers, they have an underdeveloped decision-making center, which is how they explain why teenagers are more likely to steal or take drugs. But to appeal rape charges in this way is ridiculous. There is an understanding that these football players were minors. Their defense opted to not have them tried as adults because the penalties would have been much harsher. Plainly put, he needs to be labeled a sex offender. If someone kills someone when they're 16 and it's blatant murder, you'd be like, oh, that person's a murderer. Let's be sensitive about this murderer's opinion and life. No, both of these kids, especially Malik Richmond, need to be labeled sexual offenders because if they move into your town, it's your right to know about this guy's past, especially if you have kids yourself. If this bullshit somehow went through, it would set a precedent that all teenagers are not responsible for their actions. And personally, would I want to be remembered for the stupid shit I did when I was like 16, 18? No, but I also wasn't out raping people. I was wearing jorts and sneaking out to play laser tag, and one time I let my boss do this one thing with her mouth. So main point, you are bullshit. But Nation, take that story and turn it into a lighthearted question of the day. What's something you did when you were younger that you kind of regret? Let me know in the comments down below. Remember to possibly be pelted with $50 worth of stuff from forhumanpeoples.com. Leave a comment down below, join the conversation, maybe hit the like button, favorite if you really like it. Also, thanks to the sponsor of today's show, netflix.com/PhillyD. You use that URL, you get a free month of instant streaming movies. But, of course, as always, my name is Philip DeFranco. You've just been filled in. I love yo faces, and I'll see you tomorrow.